Hey guys, Tony the Soy Assassin. Welcome to today's Smokers Panel Live. This is, I guess, first day back of live show, I guess, since we're back. So we're pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good. All right. So give everybody a few minutes, light up a cigar. We'll talk about pretty much whatever we can talk about. Open the soda, smoke a cigar. We got Val today, like totally swagged up.
Yep, that's right. Had a deck off from my hat, boys. That's right.
Look at that. Like literally his sleeve matches his hats and everything too. Like look at that.
Had to. Had to. Special hat. Had to get ready for it.
Yeah, here we go. I don't know if the camera looks funny today, but you know, it is what it is. Everybody come back and then we had to all adjust our equipment, and I don't even know my equipment's on like correct or not, so we don't know.
The audio sounds okay to me. The audio.
My audio is the same. I didn't change that. It's the camera because I took the camera off to go to the event, and then I put the panel back on. So
okay, so well, I guess I'm the wrong person to ask. You know about what. Based on what I can see in my KZ, it looks all right.
There we go. Sosa, hey Sosa, hey Camping, hey Jesse, Joey as well. Finally got the cigar, yes. I think there's still people that ordered like ITS a little bit later and didn't get the ITS yet. So this is why the smoke together is June. But you know, since I already have it here, I'm pretty much smoking whenever I have a chance. That is the benefit of being the one that creates the cigar, is that once you have the cigar, you just smoke that cigar. I mean, it's everything that you want as a creator. So when you create a cigar, you're like, this is everything I want. So whenever you get a chance, you smoke that cigar because it's everything I want, right? So it's everything I want. But I'm more than happy to answer some questions and talk about the cigar today. For those people who haven't ordered yet. And we can talk about the event, we can talk about whatever. So let's get started. It's like a soft getting back to normal thing. So oh my god, Dr. Bob already smoked 5 of them. Yeah, you know, I can understand. I smoked 5 the day of. I smoked 5 the day of the event. So I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's kind of good. It's kind of addicting to me, in my opinion. So, but I'm gonna smoke mine today. Oh. But now that I smoked so much of it, I can honestly give some advice about the cigar for those people who is getting the cigar. I said it before. I think I said it in the podcast. This cigar doesn't like too wet because it's a very oily cigar. It doesn't like to be too wet. So we just like it interrupt. So if you have the cigar, don't put it in too high of humidity. Put in like about 65-ish humidity, because that's what this cigar like to be. And also from the feedback of different people, I know that people who punched it didn't like the way it smoked. So punch it is not that good. And if you V-cut, it's not as good either. Your straight cut is the way to go on this cigar. What the hell? Why are you cut off?
Look at.
Why are you cut off, man?
What are you telling me?
Let's see if I can adjust that. Maybe it's me. Change layout. Automatic. No. Tile. No. Yeah, you're just cut off, man. Why are you cut off? Yeah, you're just cut off. I don't understand. Why are you just like one side cut off? Why are you not in the middle?
Who's that?
Eric.
Oh, Eric. I got Eric big time on my screen on my right side.
Yeah, but like he's cut off on my screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Why?
Doesn't it do automatic
It used
adjusting
to.
parameters? It
It
used to,
used
right?
to. Until it isn't. Until it isn't. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. Well, I can't change the bar either, so yeah, I don't know why. Sounds like a problem for a Monday. Call off work, spend the weekend with the boys before depression of the mechanic bill hits. What? I blew my motor on my truck. Ah, okay. Viewers is okay. So, I think that yeah, that's a problem I can't solve right now. I don't know what the hell. There's no way to get that better. Yeah, because even if I pull to the side, it doesn't get better. Yeah, it doesn't get better. So I guess he just had to be in the corner. He just had to be in the corner.
Has to be in a corner.
Yeah, it had to be the corner because I don't know why. I don't know why. What is this? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Why are you in the corner? Show the full video. Doesn't. Crop this video. It doesn't. See, it doesn't do anything to his video. I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna light up my cigar. So like I said, the cigar doesn't like to be very wet. It likes to be 65 or below. You can smoke this outdoor, indoor. Depends on what you want. I won't smoke ITS cigar until tomorrow. I got my little girl with me this weekend. I'm damn excited to smoke it. The cigar has a very nice toasted note, so make sure to enjoy the toasting of the cigar. All right. Whew. So, any questions about the event? It's kind of nice. Today is our like very first episode here. I've officially have our own cigar, right? Because the release day we didn't have we have a like a really bad release video, but this is our first video ever since we released the cigar. Now it's released. We'll officially have our own cigar. Okay, that's the cigar is officially being carried by other than ourselves, which I think that's kind of amazing because being carried by other than ourselves is like an accomplishment, in my opinion. So, why is your cigar spicy? Is one of the notes. So, like humidity level, did you actually get a cigar to smoke? Or you're looking for like try to understand your thing, your point of view of this. What you tried looking for. Is Half Wheel going to review a cigar? I don't know. I actually don't know. That's up to them. So I don't get to decide, hey, Half Wheel review my cigar. They want to review it, we can provide a cigar, no problem.
I think they have somewhat changed their format in the past years where they'll purchase the cigar whatever they're going to review.
Well, they could. I mean, they can purchase it. They know what you find it, or they can,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I think what happened, from my understanding, is you hear a lot of backgrounds about this magazine, that magazine, this blog, that blog, about them being biased because they were given a cigar to review. And I think at some point the people at Half Wheel decided that in order to alleviate some of that questioning, from now on, we're just going to buy these cigars, we're going to smoke them, and then we're going to review them. And it's not like they buy one, two, or three cigars per person. They usually buy a box of that cigar, and they smoke it several times so they can get the initial thing, then what differences later on as they smoke it. Before. As far as I understand, I could be wrong, but as far as I understand, according to their when they give their review or present their review on that cigar. So
from how I understand is that they get 3 sticks, and whether or not it's provided to them or bought it, but they get 3 sticks. And the person who smoked the 3 stick
okay.
might not know what it is until they reviewed it. So
See, and I'm under the impression that the three. I'm thinking there's three people. There may be more, but they each smoke it several times and they talk about it, and then they form their own opinion and whatever. I don't know. I don't know what their process is. I'm just kind of guesstimating that, you know.
I think it
But
depends on the cigar. I don't think it's always the same. So sometimes I think the one person writes it. It depends on who wants to write it. So,
yeah,
but like
whoever
I
I
said,
yeah.
we don't get to decide on that. Like if they wanna they want to review it, more than happy to provide it to them. If not, I don't have control over that. To answer Richard Ragusa, when you smoke a Rocky Patel box press, and it doesn't stay like after a short while resting. When you leave it on the table, cigar is supposed to go out automatically. So if you leave it on the table, it'll go out. So if that's what you meant, yeah, that's normal. That is supposed to go out. All right. It really depends how long. Shadow had a great jar with great small output. It drove me crazy to keep having to relight.
What cigar was that?
I don't know. He said earlier he's a Rocky Patel box press.
Oh, Rocky Patel.
It went out really quickly, then your cigar's too wet. Yeah. It went out really quickly, then the cigar you're smoking is too wet.
So I tell you what I started to do when I first started smoking cigars, really getting back into it. And being the newbie, okay, and I'm still a newbie. I'm still learning, developing, but how often do you puff the cigar? And this is the same question that comes up all the time. All right. And I literally would time myself because I was told you need to puff on that cigar every to 30, 40 seconds. So when I take a puff, I'm counting one, I'm tapping my foot. Okay. Or I got a timer on to let me know 30 seconds of a time to puff. And what I learned is it stays lit, but I don't enjoy the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the other part is if if you have a a well-made cigar, regardless of the brand, you can take a puff on it, you can put it down, and you can walk away. And my idea of a well-lit cigar that is made well is if I take a puff, I can put it down and I can walk away from 1 to 2 minutes, come back, pick it up, take a puff, and it's there. Now, would it surprise me if it died out? No, it wouldn't surprise me. Would I expect it to die out? Yes, I would. Because, like you said, cigars are designed to be smoked, to be puffed at a somewhat regular interval. And if you get away from one, put it down and walk away for several minutes, yeah, it's going to die out. It's going to cool off or whatever. You're going to have to clean it off and relight it. So yeah, normal expectation. Is it going to die out? Yeah, it will.
Yeah. Let me read some of these things. Hi, El Presidente. That's probably right. Enjoy it as much as I. Let me you. Are you going to make an encore cigar? What do you mean by encore? I got another one. Is that what you mean? And Richard, okay, you cannot compare to cigars being able to stay lit from one cigar to another. They're all different. All right, some of the cigar has more leaf that tend to combust better. Some of the cigar that have leaf that doesn't burn, and some of the cigar is just all stem and literally stem doesn't burn. Okay, so you can't compare from cigar to cigar, right? And really, a cigar with more oil is gonna burn better than cigar with like more water, right? So I can't compare from cigar to cigar. But if your cigar is going away less than a minute, like you put it down and it's going not lit anymore, it might be too wet. It might be a bad cigar. It might be whatever reason that is. So cigar is supposed to at least stay 1 minute, minimum 1 minute. All right, 1 minute it's still lit. That's normal. But if you decide to go, down the street fishing, come back with two large fish, stir fry that fish, and then come back to the cigar, yeah, it's not gonna lit. Define too wet. Any humidity more than 65 technically could be too wet. Depends on your ambient humidity. If your ambient, like outside is having a rain, and your cigar is 65, that might still go out.
The moisture in the air.
All
Yeah.
right. So it really depends on the situation. Could be outside has 80% humidity, sunny, but it's so humid it just doesn't feel good. It kind of strangles the cigar. It goes it out. Okay, so it really depends on your ambient. Is it raining? Is it windy? Sometimes too hot actually keep it from burning because the oxygen level is actually less. So it really depends. The best way to do it is to keep the cigar in your hand and don't walk away from it. If you're doing something, unless you gotta put it down for 30 seconds, you're fine. Just keep it puff. If it goes out, relight it. That's usually the case. And a cigar relighting is something normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. If you're thinking you have to keep relighting your cigar, it's a bad cigar. That's not necessarily true. Okay,
If you're in
it
Boston,
happens.
Richard, if you're in Boston, like me in Boston, being outside and the cigar goes out, so normal. Like especially the last 3 weeks, we have rain every Saturday. If you leave the cigar out for like 30 seconds, it's gotta go out. I've tried. It's gotta go out. Like even the air has water. Like today, if you're in Boston today, you see the clouds coming in and there's like mist in the air. That's gotta kill your cigar. Andy, I was outside. What? Yeah, when I'm outside, it was bad. Like today, outside, you can literally feel the mist in the air. I was driving, and there's like literally no water, and then my windshield wiper just goes on because how wet it is. What is the aging potential of your cigar? I've tried it to age a little bit, but over 3-4 months of the cigar that we had, that's 3-4 months, it did get better. But I don't know how it's gonna be in a year or two. I think it's gotta be better because the cigar is heavy enough to have enough. It has enough flavor to marry, and then lose out a little bit of the intensity, lose out a little bit of the bite. So I think you can age it a couple of years, no problem. I don't know if you want to age it 5-6 years. I don't know because I never aged this particular cigar. We never had it 5 years ago, but I'm pretty sure a couple of years it'll be fine. It's gotta get better, I think. From what we tried. I don't know. Eric, did you smoke some of the old one that got really old one when we first started?
Oh no, mine's all mixed up. I have no idea.
Yeah. So I smoked the old one. It was pretty good. Any store in my area is selling your stick? Massachusetts, no. I mean, Massachusetts, there's only like literally like 5-6 stores, and they only really carry heritage, not much boutiques. Besides, with the tax in Massachusetts, 40% cigar tax, plus like sales tax, you might as well buy it somewhere else. buy online, you don't have to pay that tax.
Yeah, you're better off getting it at Little Guys or CD.
Yeah, if you go on get it online, it's a lot better because Massachusetts cigar tax is high. Thanks, Ethan. The online is probably your best bet because you don't have to pay that crazy. The cigar itself is already, I think it's pretty high in price for majority of people. So, I can't tell you on YouTube, but it's listed in our website. So if you go to our website, you'll find it. But we just told you, Little Guy was CD, and you should know what CD is by now. The cigar tax in Massachusetts, I think, is like 40%, 35 or 40%. Why Trent so quiet? I think he had another bad day Saturday.
Probably still recuperating from Arizona. That's what it is.
Usually, when he is quiet, it just means he had a bad day.
Just tired.
Yeah. Usually he's quiet. He had a bad day. But yeah, I posted a few videos of the event from Tim, like Tim's impression, what Tim thinks about the cigar, and some stuff. Like, obviously, if you guys were watching the celebration live, we can't put a lot of those video out because the voice, the interview quality wasn't good. So I can put out only what I can put out. But yeah, for those people who actually joined us on the video celebration, thank you. For those people who actually bought the cigar, thank you as well. We appreciate it that you guys supported the project. It's not easy. So when somebody enjoyed it, somebody supported it, somebody actually smoked it and liked it, that's something that makes you feel good, I guess. That feels rewarding. No, he ain't gonna say that. So yeah, it feels rewarding. I think it takes a few days to kind of wear it in, kind of like settle down on that. I thought about it. I went back to watch the videos. I saw some of the picture. Like 90% of the picture have like double chin on it. It was great. Obviously now you understand why Eric grows a beard and covers up, and I don't. So
What are you talking about? I don't have a fucking double chin with the beard or not.
go shave it. We'll find out.
Oh, hell.
But yeah, you know what? One thing I do know is that Eric knows how to pose and he knows how to face in front of the camera. Like when I face the camera, I'm proud. I'm like, just heads up, right? For him, it's like that. It will look fine. But pictures. Next time I just lose some weight before I go to the event. Very metro. Very metro. Look sharp, well, I mean, compared to Eric, I know I could look better, but I didn't bother to lose a lot of weight. I only lose enough weight so I can fit into the suit. So next time I go, I lose about 40 pounds and then I'll fit into my skinny suit. Then I look better.
You wish.
What do you mean? I could lose 40 pounds. Why, you don't think I could?
No, you wish you looked better.
Oh, I don't have to wish. I know I will. I know I will. I know I have better suits.
No, it's not about. Never mind. Not about the suit.
Yeah, it's not about that.
It's all about the suit. It's all about the suit. Okay?
Thank you, Val. Can you tell him? Thank you, Val.
It's all about the suit. The right suit makes a man look right. Just look at like John Wick. Before the suit, he looked like hobo. Once the right suit is on, hot guy, right? Come on.
He looks like a dressed up hobo. So what the hell?
No, he looks so much better with a suit on and without the suit on. Come on. Without the suit on, they kill his dog. with the suit on, they would never kill his dog. Is that Tim a happy person? I see in his videos. I don't think Tim is ever unhappy. He have this serious Tim, a friend Tim, and he's got the I'm making this video Tim. When obviously when Tim is making the video, he's entertaining you, so he's not gonna go, I had a bad day, right? So he's not gonna be that. But the friend Tim speak a little bit slower, voice is a little bit deeper, and not as loud. Not as loud. When he's making a speech, loud, precise, the right words come out, get to the point, kind of thing.
Thank you, Representative. You see?
And he's enthusiastic.
You see what he say, Tony?
He just to say that to make you happy. It's okay. I'll leave it that be. All right. You know, come on. Our president and I, we're brothers. No problem. He can say whatever he wants. But yeah, Tim is not an unhappy person per se. He's a very happy person. He is. He can take a joke. He can, you know. But when he's talking to you, he's like, there's a different like, hey, how you doing, Tony? Versus Tony, we need to talk. All right. It's nothing bad or anything. But if he's talking to you, his tone goes down, and then and it's still it's the same thing. Like you kind of conversation, the tone is not necessarily enthusiastic per se. It's normal. So, but you know when he's joking with you, same thing. It's just like as if it's on the video. But normally, he can talk normal. He doesn't always have to go that doesn't always have it like that. No. Like there are times where he just leans back and starts talking, and it's very downtoned, very slow paced. Sometimes he will actually talk and then think and then talk some more. So it's like the friend Kim is more normal. As of making the video, Kim is very excited. He's like sugar high for a little bit. If that makes sense. Like if I go with him to go to the back office and start talking, nobody can hear it. But if he's recording his back office, you can definitely hear it. How about that? And his studio is right next to his office. So if you can hear it, yeah, that's because he's energized. He's good at making videos. So he's very energized. Me, I'm just like a blank paper. If I have a bad day, you know I have a bad day. If I have a good day, you know I have a good day. Okay? Does that answer your question? I think everybody's like that, right? When you're making a video, especially a pre-recorded one, you have this exaggerated persona. It's still you, but you have exaggerated persona. There we go. YouTube presentation, presenting voice is often more exaggerated version. Yeah. So I hope that explains your thing. Our Presidente's suit is loud. Like he don't have to say the word, but it's loud. I can hear him from like a block away.
I can see him from a block away.
Yeah, and Val can't see, so that says a lot. It's very loud. Like we were at the casino at the door. He was walking down. I saw him as if I can hear him, like with background music going on. So, our Presidente got the suit with loud noise, very loud.
But you know what? Saying that, you have to have a lot of confidence in yourself to wear something like that and to be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you really do.
I mean, I can wear my Japanese stuff and it's loud, but that wouldn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think he bothered Eric. Eric's like, why do you wear your Japanese shit? And he's like, he bothered. Yep. But it was fine. It was normal to me. Okay, it was normal to me. I wear that all the time. It's just
not like when he fucking wear it down to the. I was like, what the fuck are you wearing?
It's my culture. I wear that just fine.
So weird.
It's okay if you don't have your own culture clothes. That's fine. I do have my own culture clothes, so I wear it.
It's weird.
Okay. and that would be fine for me, right? But then like I wouldn't be able to wear something like that big of a checker. Like I have clothes that's loud color. I have purple color. I have blue color. I have green color. I have brown color, fuchsia color suits. I just can't wear that loud. I mean that is too loud for me. But I know that when I wear the Japanese stuff, I'm loud. It's just not loud in Japanese. It's loud in American.
I don't know. I'm very simple. My everything is just one color, just matching. It's. I'm not. I don't know. I got red suits, so that's it. That's loudest I go. I don't. I can't do multicolor. I don't like big emblems. I don't like big logos. I like plain.
But he drives a big Benz, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Let the Presidente suit. El Presidente is definitely the fly my favorite. I think he won. I mean, hands down, El Presidente suit won. Hands down. All right, so I give him that. Trent. All right, I give him that. He's more sharp. He's definitely more sharp than me that day. Give him that too. And me beating Rick, that should be. If I don't beat Rick, then I gotta be.
Rick have a fucking hat on.
I don't
Yeah,
usually.
Val, shake your head. I know you want to say something about that, Val.
I usually don't do my hair. Like Eric knows. Everywhere we go, hats on. And I specifically let my hat off that day.
Yeah, like that day with a suit, you do not wear a baseball cap, bro.
I cannot wear a hat that day. I know I
Okay,
can't wear a hat.
all
that
right.
day.
Okay, look at now. Saying that, Eric, saying that, there are select people that can only pull off wearing a baseball cap in a suit. Only select, and you have to be an athlete to do it. You
I
have
don't
to
think
be.
I don't think an athlete should pull it off.
Yeah.
I don't think
anybody should
baseball-
be wearing a baseball cap wearing the
yeah,
suit.
like-
Wait, hey, I agree.
I think
I
a hat,
agree.
like
I agree.
a dress hat is the way to go.
Which I have, but I
agree.
don't want to burn myself.
I agree, but I'm saying if anybody can pull off a baseball hat with a suit, it's going to be an athlete.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I mean,
You don't
okay,
think so?
yes, I do agree. Like, if you want to wear a hat, you'd be like, McGregor, and then after beat somebody up, you wear a hat with like McGregor logo on it, and then suit. I can see that, but it's not for event though. You only do it for the interview, and that was it, and you walk off. Martin, get rid of him.
But yeah, but hey, you know what? To each their own style. So if
Nope.
he felt
No, we got fixed Rick. If you want a hat, Rick, get fedora.
I do have a black fedora for it, but
I do
just
too.
don't want it.
I just didn't wear it. It's too
I
fucking
know it's
hot.
gonna be hot.
it
I
was
don't want to
hot.
wear a
It was
hat.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Rick had to cover that hairline. See. Yeah, I don't think I ever seen Rick walking around without a hat, huh?
I don't know.
I
saw
mean,
one.
Rick, you have.
I saw.
You gotta
I
own
saw. Yeah, you gotta be like fucking Andrew Tate, boy.
You gotta own it. Shave it down. Own it.
Just own it.
Own it.
That's what I would do. If that happened to me,
Either you own it or you wear a wig just for that spot.
say what? No, just own it. Don't fucking wig it. Just own it.
Hey,
Like,
Bill
this is
owns
my-
it. Bill own it.
Yeah.
Just had to own it. Nobody will say it's weird so long as you own it. If you think it's weird, everybody's gonna think it's weird.
I'm still gonna make fun of it though.
Yeah, that's probably why.
It's just me. But I think like, come on, boys, it's Eric.
Yep. So yeah, that's that. That's that. But yeah, right now the all the shop that actually will carry out cigar right now at the moment will be in Arizona. So until Eric go find more. But if you want your shop to carry it, have them contact us. It's not too hard. Have them contact us. Then your shop can have it. But to be honest with you, online will be the cheapest way. All right, online will be the cheapest way. But yeah, in terms of suit, yeah, too hot to wear the big suits. Thanks, Peter. Peter, did you get yours to smoke yet? Don't smoke it on Bandit. Smoke it, Bandit.
I told Peter I want all the smoke. He's like, "You sure you want this?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Right in the dick.
You know, I kind of expect the cigar to under Peter's rating. It will be somewhere between a B or C, if not higher.
What? Whoa.
But if Peter put us in D,
It's gonna be a D.
then I'll be pretty sad.
D or F.
I don't
Well,
think.
no,
it'll be
wait
D.
a minute. Do you think? Why do you say that? Are you thinking that his palate is that bad that he's going to do with that? Is that what you're saying? Because that's the
Because
impression I get.
I know what Peter is into.
It's more like I think Peter has the opposite spectrum of palate of what he enjoys than us sometimes. So if we like it a lot, he might not. That's what it is.
I think we agree only on a few cigars. Me and Peter only a few cigars.
Like for example, Etafel, I think Eric like it like number one, and then for Peter he put it on like a A tier instead of S tier or something, or B tier, something like that.
No, it's an S tier, but it was second.
It was second. Okay, there we go. So like what we like might be different. What we like might be different. But we have a lot of here's the thing, right? I know we already got a lot of good feedback. Anybody who watched the live show will know that there is a lot of good feedback. And people who's there, when we give it to people to try it, there's a lot of good feedback. But that just ultimately tell us that when people hate it, it's got to be hated. Does that make sense? If people who's okay with it like it, people who like it, that means the people who's going to not like it, really not like it. That's what I think. People it's one of those love or hate kind of thing. Either you love it or you gotta hate it. I think that's where it's gonna be.
I think for those people that like a lot of spice and a lot of strength in their cigar, it's not going to hit their palate. But for those people that have like a broad spectrum of flavors, of notes, subtle transitions, they're going to really enjoy it.
And there's some people that doesn't like transition at all. Some people like, I just want that flavor. Don't change it around. There are people like that. People who smoke cigar, they want to have consistency, the flavor they want. And those are the people who tend to like to smoke the Lancero, consistency throughout the whole thing, right? So that's why Lancero had a really boom at a time where
true. There's some cigar that transition for the worst, so I'd rather keep the flavor they have.
So it's up to the person. Like I no control.
Like if you transition good, yeah. But you transition bad, just give me the consistency.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know where that transition is going to happen to the person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the expectation is. The first third, the second third, the last third. You might have the transitions happening more in the second than you had in the first or the third, or the boldest or the most transition might happen in the third. And there are some that everything is in the first, and after that is just like you said, Eric. It's just consistent now. Now it's just consistent.
Yeah, and a different location smoking is different. Like Val, I asked you to smoke outside and versus inside. They were different. So the area that you're smoking in could affect whether or not you like the cigar. And this is why I ask people, have two, smoke one inside, smoke one outside, and they'll be different. They'll be different. For me, I kind of enjoy smoke the cigar outside more than I smoke the inside, because I think I enjoy the smoke lingering aroma of the oak. That's kind of nice to me. Some people just like they don't like that smell. They rather like the flavor per se. It's up to the person. I know there are some people that say that at the end it kind of fall off a little bit, And there are some people that say at the end it gets a little bit earthy. So it depends on the person too. Like I don't taste those. Like I don't see the same situation as they did, where the end falls down or it gets really earthy. I didn't get that. So it really depends on the person. I smoke 99% of my stogies outside, rain or shine. Well, that's the problem. When you smoke in the rain, it's gonna ruin the cigar a little bit. But then again, if you had a really nice like patio covered location, it might be different. I don't know. It really like depends on where you are, how you smoke it, and stuff like that. Really depends on the person. I know Val enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like we were shocked to see Val's like start studying and say, I taste this, I taste that, because Val never does that.
Yeah, I don't. And I will tell you this much. I studied the heck out of that cigar. I took my time with it. I studied it because yeah, that's what I do when I usually smoke something brand new. And I usually don't enjoy the cigar the first time I smoke it that way because I'm concentrating so much, I'm focusing so much, I'm really trying to taste that cigar and figure out what's going on with it. What am I tasting? What am I figuring out? What is something there, but I know what it is, but I can't pinpoint it. But after that, now I know what it tastes like. I kind of know what's going to happen with the cigar. And the second time you smoke it, it's so much more enjoyable. It's so much better because I'm not concentrating anymore. I'm not focusing anymore. I'm not trying to pinpoint anything anymore. Once I start smoking and those things start to show up, oh yeah, that's right, there it is. Oh yeah, okay, it's back. You know, that kind of thing. But and I did the exact same thing with the Andalusian Bull. Studied the heck out of that cigar. Okay, and I didn't enjoy it the first time. Okay, because I'm focused. I'm trying to pinpoint stuff, and yeah. But the second time, it was so much better. It was so much better. So it's yeah, yeah. I think you're gonna. I think this is a cigar that, as time goes by and as you smoke it a little bit more, it's going to be better each time you smoke. For me, I think for me at least. Hopefully, the other people feel the same way. It's a good cigar,
Interesting.
though. It's a very good cigar.
Now, I'm curious to know, because Val, I didn't ask you while you're there. You know, because Val, you're one of the person that when we were blending, we were like, we had to make sure Val can enjoy the cigar without knowing how to retrohale. Do you think we succeeded in doing that?
Yeah, I tell you, look at I retrohale very infrequently. I mean, if I retrohale once every 100 cigars, that's what I do. I have a hard time doing it. The first time I did it, I swear to God, I thought my brains were on fire, my eyes were tearing, my nose was burning, my nasal passage across my forehead was on fire. Man, it was rough. It was. I mean, I mean, tears were coming down my eyes. Tears. I mean, nose was dripping. It took like 15 to 20 minutes for that stuff to calm down. So I became really hesitant about it, and of course I did the first one wrong. You know, I took the entire puff and looked like that darn dragon, you know, just blowing smoke out of the nostrils. And I learned that that's not really how you're supposed to do it. You know, you're supposed to take, you know, maybe towards the end of the cigar, you got 80% of the smoke gone. Then the last 20% you retrohale. Well, learn the hard way. But yeah, but for the answer, yeah, you did hit a good cigar for me. I did get a lot of flavors and tasting notes out of it. Yeah. So, and some people are not able to retrohale because of a medical situation they have on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think those people that don't retrohale, they're going to enjoy the cigar.
Cool.
They're going to get some good flavors, some good taste, some good notes, some good lingering notes as the cigar continues to smoke on. So yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's good. That's good because like that's one of the things. Like literally, that was like first thing when we sit down. We're like, yeah, we're gonna make sure that you can sit down, you can smoke it, don't rot your heel, you can still taste it. Which doesn't really help when you have a stuffy nose because you still can't taste it if you have stuffy nose. So just put it out there. If you have
Right.
stuffy nose, you're still not gonna be able to taste it.
Yeah, if you got a stuffy nose, forget it.
You don't have to retro heel, but if you have stuffy nose, then you gotta taste it. So Dr. Bob says, I mostly drink coffee when I'm smoking, but I smoke one IT as a single malt scotch, and the cigar and the Oban 14 taste better as a pair. They taste really good together. Okay. What I find is the cigar tastes pretty good with certain bourbon and some scotch. Scotch is a little bit sweet, so it kind of, some of them will work, some of them wouldn't. But I try to smoke it with woodford, double oak, works fine. I think the woodford kind of a little bit more spicy than the cigar, but it cleans up pellets, so your next puff comes back. It's great. I know that it goes well with Weller. We try it with Weller. The sweetness complements it pretty good. I try to smoke with the McKellen. It's okay. It's not the best combination. So McKellen 12 is McKellen 12
Overrated.
is not the best to come to this. Black coffee, great. If you gotta have black coffee with a cigar, it's great. Okay. Soda is okay. Soda depends on what soda you're drinking. You might taste a different kind of sweetness on the cigar. I find that if you're drinking a regular soda, you can get the caramel, the honey. But if you drink like a Coke Zero, you get licorice instead. So it's up to what you're pairing with. Okay. It doesn't pair good with Pepsi for some reason. I tried to drink Pepsi. It just tastes kind of weird. I don't know why. But Dr. Pepper is fine. Green soda is fine. And water is fine. It's kind of boring. Water is fine.
Water is very boring.
And what other thing did I pair it with? I paired with Toki. That was fine. But Toki as a mixed drink. So I also had another mixed drink that has Toki and like pear puree in there. It didn't taste. It didn't do too good. It's too sweet. So you don't want something that's too sweet with the cigar, basically. If it's too sweet with the cigar, it doesn't work well.
You know what? For me, I'd have to drink it with a bourbon or a whiskey straight, neat. Because I think if you drink it, have like a mixed drink, a mixed cocktail. I think whatever that mix is going to really alter the flavors and the taste of that cigar because of the sweetness of whatever that mix is.
Oh, Joey, you're not gonna like it with sweet tea. Sweet tea doesn't go good with this. I tried.
No, sweet tea.
So we
no.
went to buy sweet tea at what was it? That was at Whataburger. So I had a sweet tea to go with it. As soon as I smoke it, I couldn't finish that sweet tea. That sweet tea tastes weird afterward. So doesn't go good with sweet tea. I had to get a soda afterward. Sweet tea has this really heavy sweetness that makes the cigar more like baking soda. I get more baking soda notes when I drink sweet tea. Like it kills the sweet flavor. Cream soda works well with it. Cream soda does work well with it. Cream soda actually makes the cigar more creamy and the notes are more long lasting. So it really depends. I want to know what people pair with with this cigar, and it actually works out. And I think what we could do is came out with a whole list of what it goes with that goes good with it. I started to try different things. I actually thought about like just have a flight of different drinks and see which one works. But I think that's gonna kill my palate, so I end up not doing it. But we can have Eric do it. Eric, go buy like 12 different drinks and smoke that cigar and see which one pairs best. On Tuesday.
all different drink as in like alcoholic or
Alcohol, coffee, or alcohol and regular drinks and soda. So like 4 of each.
4 of each? What do you
4
mean?
alcohol, 4 tea and coffee, and 4 different soda.
Coffee? Coffee is fine.
Coffee and tea. Coffee and tea.
Coffee and tea. Coffee tastes fine with any cigar.
No, not necessarily. I mean, coffee had different region beans, right? Because you have, I haven't tried with the beans that you sent me, the Fuente beans.
Coffee is fine.
Coffee's okay. Skip the coffee. Then get 8. Get 8. 4 different alcohol, 4 different soda. So you get bourbon, rye, Scotch, and Japanese. There you go.
You turn me alcoholic.
You just
No,
need a set.
you can buy those little 50
little
ml
shot.
bottles, those little 50 ml bottles at most liquor stores.
I wonder if this cigar is gonna pair well with Crown Royal. Because Crown Royal is kind of sweet.
Yeah, it's a blended, so
I got
Yeah,
beer. I was gonna pair
it
with
should
beer.
be okay.
I haven't done that yet. I got some beer to try with. Today we're gonna get the Sunny D seltzer to see if it pair well, and then we just like, nah, I don't think it's gonna well. I don't think it's gonna go well. Surprising, they're kind of expensive. 4 cans of Sunny D seltzer is like $10. I was like, that's quite expensive for seltzer bar. Seltzer alcohol. It's a little bit over the top for me. I don't know. I just have to try them. If you guys tried it, you find a good pair, please take a photo. Please post it so that we can see what it is. And I'll try it out. Maybe in the end we'll vote for the best combination. And if you want to help the shadow, of course, leave a review, post your photos. If you buy it from a specific website, they have reviews, things that you can post. Go post the review as well. Let other people know whether or not you like the cigar. I think that really helps. So, because a lot of time I think I'm influenced by other people's review when it comes to cigars. Like I really don't want to try it, but there's enough people say this good, I might want to try it. That might be the difference. But yeah, the event went well. I think we took it easy this time. I think all of us took it easy this time. Not as crazy as the Miami one. We took it easy. In my opinion.
Define easy.
I don't think anybody smoked 30 cigars, 40 cigars.
well, I know I didn't smoke the first Arizona. I smoked 12 that one day.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know I did.
So of the 3-4 day, I don't think anybody smoked. I don't think anybody combined with 30.
Okay. 6.
Because I took it easy. Okay, so when we
8,
have
9, 10, 11,
the
12.
daytime, I smoked 5 of these. At the nighttime, that same night, I smoked 2. 2 or 3. 2.
4, 5, 6.
So I smoked 8 that day. Wasn't 10.
Two.
And the next day, I think I smoked 3 during the day and 3 during the night. So it's only 6. I don't think we smoke that much. This cigar is, number one, this cigar is not short cigar. It lasts an hour 45 if you try. I think some people took 2 hours to smoke it. So like we didn't have the need to smoke another cigar right away after that. So that we didn't smoke as much. And number 2, I think the flaw is that when you release your own cigar, all you want to smoke is your own cigar. We did try to buy some cigar at every store, but like I think even though we tried, we couldn't find anything that we want to buy. I think I bought maybe 15 cigars total, 15 or 16 cigars total. How much did you buy, Eric?
Me?
Yeah.
Tell the truth, I didn't buy much.
Yeah. I mean, I bought it. I smoked it there. I really didn't bring it back.
Yeah, I brought back about 16 with me.
You bought 16, Val?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I bought, but I pretty much gave it away.
So
That's all I can say.
how many cigars did everybody else buy? I don't know. I don't know how many cigars everybody else bought. We didn't really go crazy. I think that's what it is. We didn't really go crazy. Day one is already like, oh, you know. I think this time the travel is more tiring than others.
Look, and I here's the other thing. Number one is the shops. They close early. Okay, they close early.
Yeah.
Some of the lounges, and I think what happened. Yeah, some of the lounges closed early too. Not all of them, but some of them. But I think with that first time in Arizona, the extended time that we spent it at Brandon's really picked up into the cigar smoking time.
Well,
Okay.
that's only additional, maybe one or two cigars at best. Maybe 2 cigars additional.
Yeah. Well, you know, I tell you, for me, the first one, I think I smoked so much because I was so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I rarely finish a cigar, pick and start a new cigar. I usually wait 10 to 15 minutes, then I'll pick up the next one.
Mm-hmm.
The first time back in 21, as soon as one went down, I got another one. Okay. As soon as one went down, I got another one. And you'll learn. You'll learn from that. You learn how to pace, how to set a tempo for yourself. Okay. And that's what I did. That's what I did. I learned that. I learned that from the very first one. Yeah, but I mean, some of the people that we smoke with, they can go one right after the other and not blink at all, and not worry about it. So,
Val, this is the first time you tried the old fashioned at Fine Ash, right?
no, I had it there before.
Oh,
I had it there. I had it there. I had it there before, and yeah, so I know. You know, the meetup to, and you know, here's the thing. A old fashioned is an old fashioned is an old fashioned. The ingredients are the same, but I think whoever's making it, it might be just maybe something slightly additional that they do to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it might be an extra half a drop of this, or half a teaspoon of that, or half a squeeze more of the orange slice. Okay, or whatever. But so this point now, even I make them at home. I make my own,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to follow the same thing that they did at Fine Ash, and it's still not the same as theirs. Okay, and I can follow them exactly, pinpoint to what they do, and I can follow it exactly the same way, and it's still not the same. It's close, but it's not the same. And I guess that's like most recipes, right? You can follow the recipe exactly to the letter, but it's not the same as when you got it from when so and so made it. Okay, it's the same thing, same ingredients, same measurements, same recipe. I made it the exact same way, but it just don't taste the same.
I honestly don't think they make so much a day. I don't think they follow a recipe. I think they just dump, and it's done.
Well, you know what? That could be what I should have done was I should have watched I should have watched the person make it. Okay, to see what format they use, because I never really thought that it made a difference on when the ingredient goes in, because it's an ingredient. Okay,
But I think
but
what
it's
goes in
just
first changes it. That's the thing.
yes. Okay, I never really paid attention to that because I'm adding this. I mean, you got half a teaspoon of this, half a teaspoon of that, teaspoon of that, and a teaspoon of that. Well, they're all the same. It just doesn't matter what order you put them in, but it makes a difference.
I think they put the icing last because the orange peel is in the bottom.
Okay.
So the orange had to go in first. And then the drink. And then all the other stuff, and then ice.
Okay.
And
But
that's probably what it is. The ice didn't melt during the time you pour in.
when I make mine at home, I like to do what I'm putting in first, and I like to put in the ice cube in last.
You put the icing last? I put the
I
icing
put the
first.
I put the ice in last because, like you said, the ice is going to melt, and I
Right.
want to get the strength of that mix that I'm making. I want to get that first.
Well, do we put the orange in first?
I put the orange in last.
That might be the difference.
Okay, I put all my ingredients. I squeeze the orange, get a couple of drops in the drink, and I rim it.
Right.
I rim it. Put the orange slice in, then the ice in, then I put my cherry and orange. Boom, done.
I think that's what it is. What they did is they put the orange in there first, rimmed it, and all that stuff. Make sure the whole cup is full of that citrus before they make it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you got a point. Could be.
Do you use fresh ice or the cheap? I always make my own ice for it.
I make my own ice.
I don't trust the ice that I buy outside. I don't know what kind of water they use. The filter might be dirty or whatever. So I like to make my own ice.
Yeah, I make my own ice. I make my own ice.
And I don't use the what's they call it, like the ice stones. I don't think those things does any good.
Yeah, so they got the newer things out. You got the ice stones, then you got the stainless steel ones.
Don't you have to wash them?
When
you wash them, I think it puts like that soapy taste to it.
No, I don't wash mine. I just rinse mine out in water.
But if you rinse it out with water, there's still residue on there. Whatever alcohol that's on there, it'll stay there.
Yeah, but the stone is, like you said, the stone is going to absorb that soap, and I don't know how far penetrating it's going to get into that stone. So I just prefer to rinse it out, pat dry it, leave it air out, and then stick it in the freezer.
I think they definitely don't muddle the orange. Once you do that, the bitterness comes out. So I don't think they crush that.
No, you don't.
You
always
just twist it and throw it in there.
Yeah, you don't muddle it. What you could do, what you can do it in one of two ways. Well, one of three. One, you just do it as is, as the orange peel is. What some
I fold
people
them sideways like that, and then
what some people do is what they call sweating the orange. So they get the orange and they rub it in their hands to start releasing it and getting the oil loose. So they call that sweating the orange. You slice it, take the the orange itself off. Then you got the oils of the orange oil, and then you twist it, rinse it, and now you're ready. Some people put it into microwave for about 30 to 40 seconds. And some people will slice it and actually get a torch and heat it up with a torch to sweat the oils out.
So I think what they do is they get the peel off like this. This is a peel. Let's say this is a peel. They'll torch it on the top.
Yeah.
And then they do this to squeeze some
out. They squeeze
and
it
then
like
they
that.
twist it like this. And then they wipe it all over and toss it in there like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what they did. I mean, that's what I do. So you get if you overdo it, you'll get bitter. So it's definitely not beat the shit out of that orange. I don't think that worked well. And I think another one is that they go through so many bottles of what's it called? Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace, yeah.
They go through so many bottles of it, so every time they dump, it's fresh.
Yeah.
Because alcohol oxidizes. Once you open it, it starts to oxidize. So if they go through so many a day, it's not gonna oxidize. So the ratio of the flavor versus alcohol content is gonna be the same every time. But for us, we go for what, 1 bottle maybe a month or 2. You're not gonna get the freshest when you do it. In my opinion, that is. I don't know how big a difference the fresh one and not the fresh one compare.
Yeah.
But when you have it right, you know it's right. When you drink it, when it's right, it's right. Even though I did, this time when I went there to drink it, I think it's less sweet but stronger. I think they put a little bit more alcohol in my cup.
Okay.
The second cup was sweeter. The first cup was strong.
Stronger? Okay. Yeah.
But I think this time we all learn. We sit down, Coke, 1 cup of Coke and 1 old fashioned right there. We learn. We need both. So that was pretty good. I think that was a good experience. It's just too bad that Brendan didn't make it.
Yeah, I think it was tied up with work or something like that, and he couldn't.
He had to go out of state. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think it was around his birthday too. That's why. But yeah, things happen. So we have more party for sure. We'll have party another 2 years or so. And then we'll decide where to go. We never know. And you never know. We might, when who's asking if we have an encore? I don't know. I mean, I talked to Eric about it. Eric's like, not sure. I'm not sure what we want to do next. Are we making another cigar?
All depend.
Like, when will we find out that depend?
In a few months or so.
In a few months or so? Yeah, so I guess everybody will find out in a few months or so. How about that? Let's say, okay, we have 10 people here. If we were to make another cigar, what kind of cigar do you want it to be?
Ooh.
What kind of cigar you think will be perfect addition to not only this project, but to your humidor? Something that you might smoke in place of this. What would it be? What do you want? Right? If you tell us, okay, Tony, I want a Connecticut.
I was thinking. I'm trying to figure out: do I want a Lancero or do I want a Robusto?
Now I gotta give you this ahead of time. If we gotta make a cigar, it's not gonna be a tiny cigar. Why? Because it wouldn't make sense to your money. It wouldn't make sense. Like, if you want to smoke a Robusto, that's basically smoke your Toro halfway and put it down.
The gauge size will be different.
Gauge size, maybe, yeah. But you could make a Robusto Gordo. You could make a Robusto with 52. You could.
Yeah, but I'm used to a Robusto being a 54.
Well, that's even bigger.
For me. For me.
A lighter breakfast stick. Okay, I can tell you this for sure, right? I think Eric and I agree on this thing, is that now that we make a Maduro, next cigar is not going to be Maduro. It might be close, but probably not going to be Maduro. We want you to have variation and stuff that you can choose to. If I'm not smoking that one, I'm smoking something different. All right. But the decision of what we got to make next is the question. And when you say lighter breakfast steak, that could be anything. That whole range of things. That could be a lighter breakfast steak. You can have any cigars of our spectrum to be lighter. Right? I can have a double Oscuro, but inside the filler is super light. It's possible. But the question is, what do you guys want? Because if we're making a cigar, it's not, we had to like it, yes, but it's more for you guys, right? So I need to know what you guys want in order to do that. I know we got to make this one Maduro is because the previous few cigars that we tried is not Maduro. So we went straight to Maduro. For the next cigar, we had to know what you want. After you smoke this, what you want that can actually enhance your collection. What will be when you want a lighter cigar, what will be one light cigar that you say, I want to replace? And don't tell me Opus, because that would be super hard to beat. Because we can make our own cigar all day, and Eric is not going to stop buying Opus.
Yep.
As soon as they come out with a new Opus, it's up there.
I have my own. Doesn't mean I can't buy others.
Yeah. This is just one collection in our own humidor that we will smoke to. It does not mean we don't smoke out the cigar. In fact, in the past 3 days, I smoked different cigar.
Past 3 days, I haven't smoked any other cigar except for our cigar so far.
I did smoke out a cigar, so I tried to smoke the cigar that I bought.
Well, yeah, for the guy that's watching, if you're watching, the one they comment, that was fucking around, man. You crazy? How do I not like my own fucking creation? Think about it. Yes, I fucking joke around. Yeah, it sucks. Sucks that you can't fucking smoke it. That's about it. Yeah, that's all I want to say.
No, okay. If you smoke the cigar and you don't like it, let us know. If something we can fix, next cigar might be what we fix with. But if you don't smoke the cigar and you don't like it, I think that's a big loss for your inside, because we make the cigar for you, for everybody who has that side to themselves, the shadow side.
Just try one.
You don't like I think everybody has that side. I think everybody have good time and downtime, and this cigar will be with you whenever you're down, whenever you're celebrating on your own, whenever you're in at night smoking on your own. That's the cigar we try to make. That's the thing, right? So if you wanted something to smoke during the light, what would it be? So now you have a night cigar. What's your day cigar? What is your day cigar?
Fuck you, Martin.
Well, here, I think with that, I smoke so many varieties. I really haven't pinpointed this is my brand day cigar. This is my brand afternoon cigar. There are just so many cigars out there. They're just waiting to be tried, waiting for you to discover it, waiting for you to say, "Hey, I've been here waiting for you. How come you haven't picked me up yet?" You know, I do like having Connecticut's. Okay, I like or having like I think Diamond Crown theirs is like the natural Diamond Crown natural, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Black Diamond, you got the Julius Caesar. So you got that range there. For me, the lighter cigar is the natural. You know, I think the easiest thing to say we're going to go to if you want something light. But again, keep in mind, all Connecticut doesn't necessarily mean that they're light. Okay, because you got some sneaky Connecticut's out there that give the appearance of being light, and then all of a sudden, bam, they pack a little wallop. They got a little punch in there. But in most overall general cases, Connecticut's are usually a lighter cigar. So the natural would be transition or change would be going from what the ITS is most likely leading towards a Connecticut. That would be the easiest route to go, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, if you want to get something similar to what you have, you're going to lean to what? A Habano wrapper or a Corojo wrapper?
Relatively, yeah. If it's
Right?
not natural, then it will be.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, it's Habano, Corojo, Sumatra. Those are the three,
Yeah. Sumatra. I forgot about Sumatra. Yeah.
right? So if we gotta make a natural, obviously we'll gear towards coffee. Um, whatever that pairs well with coffee. But I think the key is, like I say, what people are looking for, right? Because you gotta get a natural just woodsy, creamy, not necessarily sweet.
Yeah.
But how many people actually want light cigar? That's the question. I know everybody can smoke a Maduro, like it or not. You're gonna evolve into Maduro cigars as you smoke more. But light cigars, it's gotta be something good. It's gotta be something that you're willing to smoke in lieu of a more flavorful cigar. Martin, what about you? If we were to make another cigar, what would you want to be?
I would want it to be probably a more toward a medium blend, medium body. So when I say that, I'm thinking maybe Habano, Sumatra, right around there. I'm not a fan of Criollo. I'm not a fan of the Cameroon a whole lot. But yeah, like a Habano, Sumatra, something. And why'd
So
you say fuck you, Trent?
Just because.
Now, Camping says Oscuro, Curo 99. Those are like two opposite spectrum. Criollo 99 is as light as it's gonna get. Oscuro is on the opposite side, man.
It's freaking dark.
That's tough. That's tough. We need to have a direction. It will be having to have, even if it's something that you smoke right after this, a light cigar that you can smoke right after this. But this thing is very flavorful. So whatever you make had to be flavorful enough to still taste it after this. Or else it's just a leaf. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
I'm partial to a broadleaf. Broadleaf is another Maduro.
Yes.
If you go to broadleaf, it's another Maduro. And if you're making a broadleaf wrapper cigar, then it will be something punch you in the face. There's no point to make a broadleaf that's not flavorful. That's not strong. Because I think a broadleaf should be punching you in the face.
I don't think a Connecticut would be a good next cigar.
I'm leaning more towards Habano, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Something spicy, something has a little bit of flavor to it. But would you smoke a Maduro before a Habano? or do you smoke a Habano before Maduro?
I would probably smoke a Habano then Maduro, maybe. No, it just depends on the night.
Depends on the night.
Yeah, depends on the night. Because I would smoke a good cigar, heavy cigar, and then maybe go lighter.
Because I don't particularly like Habano pairing with coffee because the pepper.
So
We can do a natural. Because natural is technically Connecticut. It's just how you call it. It's the same thing. And natural cigar. But again, that depends on the person. Like, do you like to smoke something light? Do you like to, Connecticut is really hard. We talk about this, right? Connecticut is actually what the hell? Connecticut it has a lot of imperfection. So when you get a bale of Connecticut, you probably scrap half of it because they're green or whatever. So Connecticut will jack up the price. Natural is a little bit easier. Habano is definitely easy. Habano I think is one of the most affordable leaf out there. And the thing is that, okay, do you guys want another limited edition or do you guys want a core?
I think we need a core. Not that we don't want. Not that we don't want it, another limited, but I think we need a core.
Because I can tell you guys, Eric's only think about limited edition. He doesn't think anything else. He think that if we gotta go with all that effort to make something, make it limited. That's what he think.
Yep, sounds like trend.
I don't disagree with that.
If it's limited, then you run out. Then what? We have nothing else. You got to start all over again.
That's what I told him.
That's the drawback on it.
Yeah,
the thing about limited edition is that
it's done. Release and then it's done. No, can't do that.
The thing about limited edition is that allows us, well, number one, the price point allows us to go all out. Just find the best thing we can do. But the drawback is also the price point.
I'm looking at prestige. I'm not looking to fucking be like everybody else.
Bitch. Anyway, you ain't prestige. You shut up.
But that's the thing, right? But that's the thing, Eric. We can go with prestige and still make a core. We can make a core the best possible we can do.
What you know about prestige?
Thanks, Toby. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Val, what you know about prestige? You prestige.
Right? The difference is if we make a core, the price point had to fit a core, which means it limits what we can choose. This one, as you guys know, we choose the best thing we can choose. But if we make another limited edition, we can find the best thing we can find that's available at that time to make a certain amount. If you make a core, then you find something that's long lasting. You can find it any day. That's the drawback. But what do you guys think?
I don't know if I would call that a drawback. That might be an advantage because you can go back and easier to resource it that way.
You can resource it, yes, but the thing is that the inconsistency.
Well,
because it might sound like you don't have to start over every so often, but the fact that you do. I mean, you don't have to.
Well, look at every core line is starting back over, but you're trying to maintain that initial taste that you had the first time and maintain that consistency of that. Okay, but it's easier to get those tobaccos than it is to get that limited stuff. Because if you're only getting the top stuff and once it's gone, it's gone. Yeah, you know, yeah, you just can't continue on having additional cigars then.
But yeah, how many cigars that you smoke out there that's core is year after year is worse and worse? I think there's quite a bit. Not as good as the first time you smoked it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Tony.
Mhm.
So let's say you go with a core, are you going to then go back to Luis and say, we need to make sure the consistency is the same and I need to continue smoking it and making sure that the quality is still there?
Mhm.
Okay.
You
That's
are.
just-
You have to.
Because you have
But
to. Yeah.
The problem
have
with that is that there's no way to guarantee it.
right.
No, but the goal is always try to get it as close to it as possible. You know, you started off with it 100%,
Hey,
and now
Michael.
you're redoing it. And if the best you can get back to it is at 95%, well, that's the best you can do. You can't get back that 100. Okay,
And that's
you
what
know,
it is.
That's what it is. That's what
But
it is.
that's the thing. That's when I ask myself, why is everybody paying 100% to get 95?
And I mean, how many times do we smoke a cigar and says, man, you know, the 2021 is a hell of a lot better than this 2024.
We do it all the time. We do it
all the time. Don't we? But they try to get that consistency as close as back as they can possible to what it was in 2021, but they can't get there. But this is as close as we can get to it, and it is what it is.
But when you say it is what it is, that's I don't think that's
I
us.
mean, that's the matter of factualness of it.
You know what I'm saying? 5% difference is a lot.
Yeah, it is. But again, your goal is always try to get back 100%. But if the best you can get back is 95%, that's the best you can do. If it is 99 better, oh, absolutely. Is 98 better? Yeah. But if the best you can get is 95, then there's nothing you can do about it. You got to settle for it. And then you cross your fingers and hope for the best.
And that's what gets me. That's what bothers me. I don't want, like, when you create a cigar, that's your baby, right? And you will suck to hear.
Oh
that.
man, you know what? I tell you what, I tell you what, I think about what you guys did, and then after it's done, and you said it, Tony. You know, oh man, what do I do next, and how can I make it just as good?
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, what a mindset. I mean, what a scramble.
It's tough because I don't want it to.
And that's the question. That's the question, right? And I think I heard Tim mention this to you. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He literally warned me. He's like, are you sure you wanted to get into this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to, like, okay, people who have kids will understand this. This year, people praise your kids. I say, oh, your kid did a great job in the top of the class, blah, blah, blah. And next year says, your kid is not doing good. This year, he sucked. You don't want to hear that. It makes you feel bad. Right? Now, if this thing our baby and we'll make it, we got to be proud of it. I don't really want to hear next year that, hey, you know, they really dropped the ball. This year sucked.
Well, that's why you got to put the same time and energy that you did with this one.
Or you can do the mindset of someone that we know that says, and I'm talking about a brand owner, a well-known person. I think I got to mention his name. His name is Steve, but I got to mention it.
The
But
only mischief that he likes.
yes, I'm making this stuff because I like it and it's good for me. And if people like it, that's fine. If they don't like it, that's fine too.
That I understand, but I'm saying even if I like it this time, right? And let's say next year's crop just sucks.
Yeah.
You can't control that.
That's when you like a good cigar goes to shithole.
It can, yes.
No, your good cigar is still there. It's your next cigar that hit the shithole.
That yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
And that's the quandrum, right?
that's a problem. And this is why Eric is so adamant about making a limited edition, because you know this batch is good. You've done it. You know this batch is this.
Well, yes. So Eric is trying to make the best that he can to minimize that effect. If you go with the core line, you're looking at that effect there. But if you try to get the best of what you can get, you minimize that effect. Yes, you can't reproduce it. Yes, you can't do it over again. But you know what? This is the best that we got right now. This is the best you're going to get. And once it's done, it's done. And hopefully you had the chance to get it.
That's the tough part.
That's the tough part. The easy part for us smokers out there, it's easy for us to say, man, this ain't as good as the last one. Oh man, the one in 2019 is a hell of a lot better than what you made in 2023. But 2020 wasn't that bad. 2021 isn't that bad. Not as good as, 19, but once you got to 2023, 21, man, shit, this is even worse than the last time.
I mean, we say that because you had the Rocky Patel 1990, which used to be a great cigar. Now it's not so great.
Let me give you an example.
It's not so great because your palates have improved and developed over the years.
Let me give you an example, right? Mike Tyson, world champion, heavyweight.
Yeah.
If you never go back and fight that, whatever his name is, Logan Paul, was it?
Oh yeah, the last fight.
Yeah. If you never fight that one, his image is perfect.
Yeah, he's still the greatest.
But once he fought that fight, because he wasn't as good in that fight, it tarnished that image.
Well, I know, because you have to look at his age.
We know okay. That fight has so much flaw in it. It has nothing to do with the age.
Look at who learned that lesson? Who learned that lesson when Tyson beat up on what the hell's that guy's name? The Eastern Assassin. The guy that put a hurt into Muhammad Ali. Larry Holmes. Did you expect Larry Holmes to beat this guy? No way. No.
But that's still part of his good image, right? But now he came out. He knows he was.
Wait, when his image? When Tyson's image changed? When he got beat by Buster Douglas.
Okay.
He put Buster Douglas down, and he got back up. He should never been able to get back up, and he weathered the storm, and he took him in the later rounds. That's when you knew you can get to Tyson.
Well, that's what I mean. Once you had a good image, and then you come out again when you're not as good, that tarnishes it.
Yeah.
You're looking too far into it.
Maybe. You got a good point, Martin. You got a good point, Martin.
I get that, but for me, that's my mindset. Is when I do something, am I doing 100%? When I do 120%.
It's not going to be great.
Wait a minute.
Tell you what, you could make a good cigar, and it could be good, and then next year's crop would be even better. You're like, damn, this is even better than last year.
Yeah, you have no control over that. But look,
how many that was like that?
I don't know, but it could happen.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think that the crop only gets worse every year because the mass production. More and more people are making cigar. So in order to rush those out, they're not as good. And that's my thought. Right? Just like the Cuban cigar. Over time, the more they need to produce, the less quality their cigar is. And I think a lot of cigar falls for that. Is that we used to smoke it, and they're not as good as it used to be. Could be our palate change, sure, but I think a lot of that has to do with the crops, because you got to constantly change it. And that's the thing. Like even if you make a core line, you have to constantly make sure that blend is the same, and you alter it. When you alter it, you're masking what's bad. You're not making it better. You're only masking what's bad.
And I'm sure that happens too.
Right? When you had to change that, you're masking what's bad. Right? A little bit less of this tobacco because it was bad, a little bit more of that tobacco because it's better. You're masking that.
Mhm.
That's the dilemma. I mean, I want to make a cigar that everybody can smoke all the time. But Eric is absolutely right. What is guaranteeing what is guaranteed that cigar is got to constantly be this good? I can't guarantee it.
There's no guarantees.
The only guarantee is when you made it. When you make that cigar, that's the moment that you can guarantee that tastes like that, because that's what you got. This year's crop. So I definitely see where Eric is coming from. I know that he also take a pride on whatever we make. And that's why he's talking about prestige, right? The prestiginess is that you put out the best thing you can put out.
Yeah, of course.
And if you can't guarantee it, don't do it. And that's tough.
I think you guys are worrying about something that you shouldn't be worried about.
Or just look at iPhone. When they start to make iPhone 14, they stopped making iPhone 13.
Yeah, because that's an old. They got to upgrade it. They always have to upgrade it.
I don't know. What do you think, Eric?
It's a limited edition. I mean, those are limited editions.
I told you what I
They
think,
only
man.
make them for 1 year. That's it. But what are you going to do? You're going to keep making new cigars every single year. Every limited edition is going to be.
When you're making a core, essentially you're doing that too. Every year you got to go back and review the tobacco, what you got, what it tastes like.
Not really.
Yeah, but you're trying to get it back to that same taste. You're not
Yeah.
worried about presenting
You're not just
something new.
recreating a new blend. No.
The limited edition give people intrigue.
Okay, and so does the lost and found bullshit. But come on now.
The fuck is lost and found? Oh,
Oh my god.
No, okay. I think it's harder to replicate something than making something new. Like, okay, we just talked about the old
Y'all
fashioned.
are gonna go and blend stuff every single year. No, you can't.
But
do
we
that.
just talked about the old fashioned, right? It's hard to
Yeah.
replicate somebody's work that you know is good, even though the ingredients are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a recipe.
Well, they can give you the recipe. You might not even make it the same.
Well, yeah,
Old
they can
fashioned's
give you
old
a recipe, but it might not be the exact measurements of whatever it may be. It's never going to be the exact measurements every year.
There's only like what, 4 ingredients there? 5 ingredients? 4 ingredients?
The bitters,
The bitter,
Yeah.
the alcohol,
the alcohol,
the syrup,
there's a little bit of the syrup, the cherry,
and
the orange.
the orange.
Orange, yeah.
There's only 4 ingredients.
I mean, you can have a more freaking sour orange peel.
But that's
That
the thing.
changes
You
the
think
flavor.
when you're in a bar that makes 50 cup of that a day, you're not measuring it.
Yeah, you're not. You just want to get it similar.
But if we cannot replicate whatever that is, there's only 4 ingredients. That just tells you how hard it is to replicate the flavor. When you try to get too close for the original, getting something that could range a lot different, it's actually harder.
I think you're overthinking.
That's just my thought.
Yeah, you're overthinking.
right? Because my thing is always like either you go all the way out and make good product and make something good that you can be proud of, or don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Or don't do it. Because once you do it and it's not as good as the first time, I think I'll be very disappointed in myself.
This cigar is not as good as I thought it was going to be, but I won't say what it is because somebody gave it to me.
Right? Well, no, it's not as good as what you thought it's gonna be. It's very different than this wasn't as good as last year's. Like if you never smoked a cigar and you smoked it the first time, this wasn't at what I thought it was gonna be. That's one thing, right? I can totally feel that. That's fine. But if you get a cigar that wasn't as good as last year, and the year after that is even worse, that will bother me.
Okay, Tony, here's what I'm thinking. So you come out with your core, and it's going to be just the way that you want it, right?
Okay.
Okay. So think of it like this. You remember it a certain way. You go and you try to recreate it to be exactly the same way, but it'll never be the exact same way because the crops change. So you're going to be chasing something that you can't ever reach. It's like a freaking meth head. When they have that first hit, they're always chasing that same first hit. And it never happens. You're overthinking it. Just make it as close as you can, and then you're good. As long as you put your time and heart into it and make it the best that you can every single year, that's all you have to worry about.
But you're talking about exactly what I worry about.
Don't fucking worry about it, man. You're overthinking this shit. You sound like a woman. Quit being a woman.
I don't know. But first we have to
And
decide.
Dan just wants the shiny new thing every single year.
No, I think first what we gotta decide is what we gotta attack, right? What cigar we want to make, right? And once we go make that, then we can find out where that is, where that cigar belongs. Because if it's something that it requires certain type of tobacco, then yeah, you have to be limited edition. But if it's something that's like readily available, it'll be a different story. But then again, it's like if it's readily available, it might just taste like any other cigar.
And don't make something different. I mean, you've even said that when you guys made the cigar, Senior Cuevas thought it was like the fucking best cigar. Just do the best you can. Do what you guys think tastes the best.
If it's going to be that hard to replicate, might as well go with the limited edition again. It's phenomenal smoke, period.
Who's that? Camping?
Camping. Yeah, I think what we need to do is find out what we gotta end up blending, and once we blend it, we'll find out where that sits. Because once you start to put the tobacco that you want in there, then you realize what the price range is gonna be. You know.
Well, let's say you do come up with a core line. What are we thinking price range? Just what ballpark do you think we're going to be?
Well, we want to be lower, right? So right now it's 19. Let's say 14, $15.
10, 15.
Right? $10 to $15. Okay. Now it limits our ability to get certain tobacco because that's out of the price range.
Why, $10 to $15 is out of the price range?
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Okay. I don't like to talk about the price because we talked about it a lot.
Well, then don't.
But I can tell you that because if you just do the math, right? Easy math, Keystone and Keystone, that leaves us, let's say it's 14. Keystone is 7. Half that is 3.5. We got 3.5 to make cigar plus box and band.
Okay.
That's where, like, you see what I'm saying? Like now you're limited on what tobacco you can take because some tobacco is just more expensive.
Sure.
To make the construction, you need to have if one of the grade is top tier grade, then all of them has to be the same grade to get that construction. Right? All the other, let's say if we don't worry about all the others, but just worrying about tobacco. To get the best tobacco we can get with the limited amount of quality. Obviously, the big shots are gonna get the best of the best, right? Let's say you just want to get normal tobacco, and the amount of the tobacco in your blend matters. How much per each tobacco? So yeah, it's a tough thinking. It's tough thing. I mean, yeah, if we have a $19 budget, it's very different than a $15 budget. $24 budget is definitely very different than a $19 budget. I can tell you that.
Sure.
So how do we make it the best thing we can make within the budget that we're limited with? That's the question, really. What's the best thing we can make? And thing about core line is that you have to use the tobacco that not only makes sense right now, has to make sense 5 years down the ladder, right? Tobacco price can increase. 5 years down the ladder, it has to be the same thing. Or have room to increase. So, all right. Not having a core line seems kind of backward to me. If a brand new smoker joins the fray 5 to 8 years from now, they'll have zero access to older stick, meaning that every limited edition will be catered to supporters. Yes. And I think that's what the plan was. That's what the plan was. Because, okay, there are cigars that we don't get today, right? There are cigars that you want to smoke, but you never seen it, right? There are still people that chase Opus, even though Opus is readily available, right? There are people chasing cigars that came out 10 years ago, right? There are that. So it's not out of the realm of what we're thinking. And yes, we really want the supporter to smoke it more than newbie that joins 5 to 8 years from now. Because newbie that joins 5 to 8 years from now will be smoking whatever that we came on 5 to 10 years from now. Right? And at that time, it's whatever that we have the best. Because you never know. 5 years from now, maybe nobody will smoke the blend that we're making today. Let's say we make a Habano. You don't know if 10 years from now, nobody's going to smoke Habanos anymore. Even right now, a lot of people are smoke less and less of the Connecticut. Right? Val, you smoke less and less Connecticut, right?
Yes.
Martin, you smoke less and less Connecticut.
Yes.
So 5 to 10 years from now, that might whatever that we came up with might not even be relevant.
I mean, if you look at the statistics, there's more people that smoke Connecticut's than any other cigar.
Yes, because it's
There will be people smoking it.
Oh no, I think people still do. It's just less and less, but there's more and more smokers. You always got to get new smokers. But people who's experienced will smoke less and less. We'll still smoke it once in a while. Yeah, you see something new, you smoke it.
I mean, yeah, but there are people that smoke Cubans all the time, and they're mostly light.
Cubans are not that light. Depends on what
You
you're
can
smoking.
be.
Can be, yes.
They're light. Cuban are light.
Everything's light to you, man. Everything's light to you.
But the truth is, Cuban is light.
I've ordered some cigars from.
Man, the
um,
name that shall not be mentioned.
Yeah, you want to smoke the premium cigars, and premium cigars are better, and it lasts you longer. I mean, I smoked like the chopped leaves. They last like a few minutes. I really smoke those fast. I'm a fast smoker, so yeah, maybe not for everybody, but for me, when I smoke a chopped leaf, they burn a lot faster for me. They definitely burn a lot faster for me. And yes, I'll be chasing that Demitase forever. I hope they came out with something replacement, but they don't. It's a tough choice. I mean, I think I have probably 10, 15 late night argument with Eric about that already. Like, how do we make the next thing better? How do we make something that is better than what we can make right now? How do we make sure the next one is just gonna, everybody will still smoke it with a satisfied smile?
By blending it the way you want and then matching it every year to the best that you can.
Right. So that's the tough part. I know. Obviously, Martin, you see it from the consumer perspective. You know, just make the cigar, I'll smoke it, kind of thing, right? But
yeah,
you'll smoke it less if it's not good.
I mean, no, I'll still have it because every cigar that I like has it has a place.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would still go grab a box of the Habano Prensado Luis Cuevas cigars, Casabella cigars, because it's still fucking good.
But that's a side thought, right? You wouldn't be like, okay, right now I'm gonna go get another box. You wouldn't be like that, right? You would be like, yeah. If I get extra expense, I'll go get a box. You know, just like Oliva. People don't buy that as primary cigars. People buy that. Oh, I have a few. Right. I see what you mean. I just see it doing a limited after limited. It will be harder for new people to hop on SSL wagon down the line. We'll have supporters now, but not forever. I don't know. Do you guys not?
Okay.
Do you guys not smoke cigar brand that has no core lines?
I smoke whatever.
Right. So even if we don't have core line,
I like what Joe is thinking. Double Oscuro. So maybe a double Maduro.
Well, double Oscuro is just Oscuro wrapper, Oscuro binder.
It's darker, heavier cigar. So if you want to go lighter, a double Maduro would be lighter, I think, without the punchiness of the ITS.
Quad Maduro. You're smoking a Quad Maduro. Are you kidding me? This entire cigar is Maduro.
Yeah.
Alec Bradley, Diesel. Are these as bad as I think they are, or I just spoil with the high-end cigars? Let me see. The cigar that you listed are cigars that I won't buy. I don't think they're less prestige or less good. They don't fit my palate.
They don't really fit my palate either.
They just don't fit my palate. I mean,
Well,
they're not low end per se. They're not. They're just regular cigars. I don't know. It's tough. I had to really take some time to think. Like, you know, Val says take some time off. Just take some time off and don't think about it. It's still in the back of my mind, and I don't have a solution for it yet. And I'm pretty sure Eric's like, wait a few months to see what happens, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I think right now is time to get some opinion and gather those opinions and see where we go from there. You know? Like, I personally don't want to make another Maduro as the next cigar.
Okay.
But it does not mean it's impossible.
Then do Habano.
Right? Because like, what if I chased with Habano and didn't find whatever I want, you know?
Right.
Thank you, Sandman. So
I mean, you could go down there and smoke a different tobacco and be like, okay, this is it. And it's not even Habano, or it might be a Sumatra or something.
well, Eric's gonna go there and go find like 15 different tobacco and smoke it through and figure out.
Yeah, but don't let him like choose the expensive shit and make it limited.
That's the thing. You don't know it's expensive until you try to get into bales of it. You don't know until you get there. We don't know how much our cigar is gonna be until we made it. And that's the thing, right? When you shop, I want this. I want the best of this. I want the best of that. I want the best of this.
Okay, so
I want the
then if you
best of
don't-
that.
So then if you don't know, then go there with an open mind, figure out what tobaccos you like, make the cigar. And then once you have the cigar, could this be a core line? Will this be a more limited production?
Right. Here's the thing, right? We have to go with a target. So when we make this cigar, we had a target. We're gonna make sure Val can taste this. We want to make sure there's certain notes that we gotta hit. We gotta make sure that, you know, Eric like it, I like it, and it had to be borderline of what I can take. Like we have those as goal. So what is the next goal? That's the question. What is the next goal? So this is what I need everybody to do. Is smoke the cigar and let me know what you're missing. What do you want as the next cigar? What do you think that will complement this? Like, you know, if I don't want to smoke this, what do I want to smoke? If I don't want to smoke ITS, what do I want to smoke instead? That's all I need to know.
All right. So then in 2 weeks, we'll smoke the cigar. We'll try to figure out what we want that's different from the ITS.
Yeah. So in 2
Well,
weeks, we're
bring
gonna
this
do
up
the
again.
smoke together. In 2 weeks, we're gonna do the smoke together. We'll smoke the cigar, and what I need you guys to do is tell me what you want to smoke if you don't want to smoke the cigar today.
We'll
Right.
decide then.
If it's not today, is not ITS day, what would it be? Okay. Mike, you need to smoke our cigar. You need to smoke the ITS, please.
Something better than the cigar I'm smoking right now. I'll say that.
He said our cigar is sweet, that tastes like a dessert. You need to smoke our cigar. You need to try one of the ITS, and you will taste dessert. Okay, so smoke together in 2 weeks. Let me know if you're not smoking ITS. What would you like to smoke? Okay, we'll get that.
Yep.
We'll sort out a list of what we need to tackle, and then we can go from there. We'll make sure that when we're making a cigar, we're making a cigar for you, right? Yeah, granted that I had to like it, he had to like it, it will still be a cigar for you. We'll make sure that cigar is gonna be you like it. All right, you like it. You had to like it. So let me know what you guys want. And for those people who are supporting us, please, 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 when you have a social media, post your cigars. Post like, you know, let us know what you like, what you get out of it, what kind of flavor you got. You know, maybe something different. We got somebody said cumin. We got somebody said, you know, leather tag. You know, all that stuff. So yes, we have a cigar called the ITS. Project ITS. Look it up. It's out there now. Released last weekend. All right, give that a try. If you don't know what that is, you can go to our social media, take a look. It's on there. All right. So people who have the ITS, smoked it, make sure, put it on your social media, share it. Put the words out there. Help us out. For so more people can try it while it's still available. Okay? All right. So, with that being said, it's 11 o'clock. This is it for today. I look forward to see you guys' pictures. We'll make sure we'll try to provide response to all of them.
Fucking
Okay?
right.
Yeah. It's my space. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So
I'll
I got a
post it on
fortune
my
cookie.
space. You do too.
Okay. And we'll go from there. And I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday. And I think next week I'll smoke something different. We'll see. All right. So now
All
it's
right.
it's time to search for the next cigar. All right. All right. So that would be it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Hey, Trent, you're a bitch.